What's up, everybody? It's your girl CC with Where It Begins Magazine, and I got my co-host Theo on the line. Hey, Theo, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, CC, as always. How are you?
I'm good. Can't complain.
Yeah. Hey, man, listen, another Wednesday, another Where It Begins magazine brings you guys some dope people that I think you guys are going to be excited about. So I'm ready to get into this.
Yeah, me too. So I'm gonna go ahead and go to it. We have a lot of people on here today, so I'm gonna go ahead and let each one of y'all introduce yourself, who y'all are, and what y'all do. Who wants to start first?
I'll go first. What the heck?
Hey.
Hello, my name is Isaac C. Singleton Jr. I'm an actor and voiceover artist, producer, and all-around happy, good guy.
All
Good
right.
stuff.
Ladies.
Oh,
I'm Janet Craig. Oh, go ahead. I'm Janet Craig. I had the privilege of directing these amazing actors that you're going to meet today in a movie called Wake Up that we all did together. I'm also an actor, but this was an opportunity to produce, direct, write, and act.
Okay.
hi. I'm Chasney Houston. I'm an actress, and I got the perfect opportunity to play the role as Nevaeh in Miss Janet's beautiful film.
Hey, what's going on? My name is O'Shea Neal. I play the role of Ian in the film Wake Up, and I'm an actor as well.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Welcome.
Yes. Well, I want to go jump right into it. Let's talk about this film and how they got started and the motivation behind it.
Well, I'm a foster mom, and so I wanted to make a movie that kind of highlighted things that I saw in my own personal life. And I saw a young gal speaking about being trafficked, and I was listening to her thinking, I want to bring the whole world into that room so that they will understand what's happening in our world. And so the inspiration was there, but I thought people might not want to see a movie about trafficking or see a movie about foster kids. So I wanted to make a movie like Crash Meets Taken, a thriller, a suspense thriller where we'd entertain people, get them on the edge of their seat, hire incredible actors like you're going to meet today, and bring people to the theaters to get together to see something that has heart behind it and will hopefully be inspiring for our world.
Okay, all right. So what did y'all? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I just laughed. Sorry.
So as y'all been into the film, how was y'all experience? How did y'all like y'all character? And let's talk a little bit about y'all characters on the film.
Man, well, my character was definitely towards the end just like really menacing, and it was challenging to dig deep and bring out those real emotions. And but it was kind of fun though, because I feel like a lot of times when you play antagonists, you get the chance to be more creative, right? You get the chance to use your instincts a bit more and kind of go off script. While I feel like a lot of people, when you play the protagonist, it's pretty much bounds. You have to stay in bounds a little bit more. And so it was kind of fun just being weird, getting these like loose and stuff like that. So it was a very fun experience. It was my first time playing, like a villain like this. So it was kind of fun.
Okay. What about y'all two?
Ian, you were definitely giving Joker vibes.
Right? See, it's like it's fun like that, Yeah.
Well, I'll start. For my character, Nevaeh. Well, first off, let me just say, I could never put myself even in the headspace as someone who's been trafficked or someone who's even experienced being taken or beaten. Like, I've never been through that. So although it was fun and I got to meet people and kind of like create a new family with the actors on set and everything, like I tried my best to portray, the emotions that someone who's experienced that type of trauma has been through. But I'm just gonna say that I could never even, even imagine or think of the type of things that they've gone through in real life, but it definitely like widened like my mind and just like the way I see things, and just, you know, it made me more aware. So it was fun, but it is very, you know, just like it was a lot of seriousness behind it.
Well, for me, I played a character named Tanner, who is a detective who's trying to break up this ring of perversion. And the way I was thinking of playing it was because I was thinking about the play Death of a Salesman. I think of playing it as a Willie Loman type of a character. And if you notice, I don't really smile much in the movie at all. I kind of walk, kind of slumped a little bit, just kind of like this whole thing, this weight of these people being trafficked and these kids disappearing is that a weight on my shoulders, because I was trying to play it that way. Not a happy man, a man who's determined, but not necessarily a happy guy. That's how I was thinking of the character. I thought of it that way, as Arthur Miller's Death of a Salesman type of a character who's beaten down by the world of these people that are being treated this way, and I don't like it. And there's a component on top of that, that even someone that I know and love is part of it. So, yeah.
And the character I play, Annie, is a foster mom who has a desperate need to have a family and wants to have a little girl. And we wanted to bring hope into the film. So while these characters, these brilliant actors that are on today, they all were magnificent in the film, there was darkness, there was also light. We wanted to bring hope. So there's all of this thread of hope throughout the entire film. And Annie just determined to have a family and have this adorable girl in her home, and to be able to have what she's hoping for, and just to see how these lives intersect and impact each other, I thought was I'm so grateful I cast these actors there. They were all amazing.
Thank you for saying that. Every time you say that, I feel like I want to say thanks.
Well,
I feel like I owe you $20 every time you say it.
I'll call you after, I think.
Okay.
Now, it definitely seems like she got the most emotional value out of you guys. You guys kind of touched on it a little bit, but I am curious to know like how that process is, stepping into somebody that's so far outside of yourself in certain cases. Like O'Shea, like I would never let any woman take a drink, you know, any type of drink from you outside. You get what I'm saying? You were that convincing to me, and that seems like it's so outside of your normal personality. Like, how do you dig so deep to be able to find it? I get coloring outside of the lines, but you know what I mean? Like that's a whole dark side. You seem like a real smiley guy.
yeah, you know what? Okay, so I'm a Christian, right? Yeah. And I'm real like spiritual and stuff. So I remember getting the role, and I'm like, yeah, I'm excited, man, you know. And I'm looking at the script, and I'm looking at one of my monologues. I'm like, ooh, you know, I'm doing some things and saying some crazy stuff. And I remember I got it, and I started praying. I prayed right away. And I was just like, you know, just Lord, you know, don't let me become obsessed with this. Don't let me, you know, create that line spiritually. You know what I'm saying? Give me like the tools that I need to separate myself from, because I know where I'm about to go. You know what I'm saying? Like I know where I'm about to go with this. And like I always said before, even one of the actors, Tori, who was working with me in one of the scenes, gave me the green light to like really be free. She was like, you know, I don't believe it. Like, you know, you being too nice. You gotta bring it. You gotta bring it. So I'm like, all right, bet. You know, I'm gonna just come 100%. And you know, if they tell me I'm going too far, I'm gonna dial it back. But it was really time for me I feel like this was kind of like a graduation of some sorts of just all the things that I've learned and through acting. And really trying to showcase it. And so, yeah, but it was down. I don't even remember the question. Like I'm just rambling.
No. I mean, you definitely giving us some more insight of how you came up with your PhD in villainry, it sounds like, out of this whole process. But Janet, let me ask you, so putting on so many hats this time, right? And still being able to come in and deliver, you know, again, that emotional value. Like I come back to that because I felt that from each one of you guys. from what I saw in it. Like, how do you still, you know, pull that out of them and then still deliver yourself with this?
Oh man, it was a journey. This was first of all, the actors were super collaborative and helpful. So we were all a
Okay.
great team on set. So I feel like I believe that when you work, if you keep it so that it's joyful for everybody, you're going to be able to get the best out of everybody. So I felt like we had that on set. We had incredibly gifted people around us. So I had a cinematographer, Mark David, who worked with me. He's also a director producer. I knew that I wanted somebody that was super seasoned to be able to walk alongside, because it was my first feature directing. I've directed shorts, but never feature. And then I just felt like there was a great opportunity for each of us together to just collaborate. So I had a storyboard artist that worked with me 6 months before we went on set, and I storyboarded every single scene. I made sure that I knew exactly what I wanted. And then instead of 24 days, we had 19. So we're like, okay, you know, when you're on set, you got to just make it happen. And again, all props to God, because honestly, it was by grace that this thing happened. It was an amazing miracle. When you make a movie, I think every movie's a miracle. And this one for sure, when we were out freezing at like 4 a.m. and had energy for it. But it was, every one of these actors inspired me, and were just fun to work with. And I think that when you're in front of the camera, it's so different from being behind the camera, as you were just talking about. And so I just didn't want to wreck my own movie by doing both. So I just was like, oh, please don't let me wreck this. So I'd set up the shot and then run out in front and just get in a different headspace. And I just felt like it was just really fun. I've never had so much fun on set, just doing it all. And these guys just brought it. And I said to them when we were doing Zoom, because it was COVID when we shot, and I said, guys, you've got to be off book. We are not going to have a lot of time for this. This is not like, we're not going to have 17 takes. It's 1, 2, 3. I'm going to try and get in those 3 takes. And everybody was really on their game. They came ready to work. Brooke Ann Smith, who was playing opposite me a bunch of times, and Judson Mills, who played opposite me. They're both very seasoned actors, amazing. And Brooke and I got together a number of times and just rehearsed before, because I knew I can't be working on anything but, you know, the day of. So it was just a collaborative, wonderful group, and everybody just brought it. So it was really, really great experience.
And you know, another thing that I was thinking about that makes it work, where the actors that you're playing with, they're on the same page as well. Like, perfect example, like I remember with Chasney, there was a scene where, you know, I lightly place my hand behind your head. You remember that, Chasney, where I like acting like I'm grabbing your hair, right?
Yeah.
And again, this is like during COVID, you know, we didn't get a lot of time to work with this. So I'm like, all right, I gotta act like I'm yanking this girl's hair, right? And I'm like trying to get her down the steps or whatever. And she just played with it. She was going all wild. I'm like, oh, this looks good. Oh, okay. Oh, she bringing the energy too. Okay, so she's right on the same page as me, you know. And she's like fake tripping down the stairs. It was almost like she was doing her own stunts. And I'm like, bruh, yes, I need this. And how you know, as actors, we have a way that we envision it, right? And then you hope that it comes out the way that you envision it, right? And it came out the way that I envisioned it was like perfect. And she played right into it the way that I would wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? So like stuff like that, it's like, it's so fun when like everybody's on the same page, and Chasney wasn't uncomfortable. Like, it was just right to it, you know? And so it was nice to have a cast where we spoke that same language, like of the creators, you know? Because I know how creative I can get. I know how weird I can get. But it was nice that Tori was on the same page. It's nice that Chasney's on the same page. The guy I was fighting with, David, he's on the same page. He's like, oh, it's okay if you punch me a little bit. We can rub each other up a little bit. I'm like, bro, yes, you know. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was definitely a God move. How everybody was just like, I don't know, because usually on some sets you don't even really mesh well with the actors, or like everybody's totally different. Everybody has their own energy. But that was definitely a God move, like having everybody just like family, so we can do this thing and get it done and portray off, like, you know, the realness of it all.
Exactly.
I think that's one of the things with acting. Everybody's styles are so different. So wanting to make sure that everybody was in their headspace, that's one of the things we talked about before we even started shooting. I said, guys, I want to know how you work, because you got people that work all different styles. You know, O'Shea wants to be super loose. Then you got someone like David Gridley, who's so seasoned as an artist and is loose on set, but also has a different style of working, or Brooke Ann Smith, who really needs her moments before. And so it was just really awesome to watch all the talent coming together and how they all really supported each other and nobody stepped on each other. And the amazing voice of Isaac C. Singleton Jr. out there, just the presence.
No, thank you. Thank you very much. I got another $20. Okay.
Did they start just handing you papers, Isaac? Like, just read this? Did that happen at all?
You mean as far as my voiceover career is concerned?
No. I mean, like on set with these guys, because I can definitely see the energy being light. You guys seem like you all really attacked it and took it seriously, but I imagine that had to be that lighter undertone to try to establish that family environment. So like, how did it relate to you, Isaac, when you were going through the process of shooting this?
You know what, like Janet's been saying, it was nice and collaborative. I knew my lane as far as the character was concerned and what I was going to do with the character.
Yeah.
But, you know, everybody, like you said, everybody's got their own style of working. I knew what my mindset was as far as the character was concerned, but I don't come on set saying, this is how I'm doing it. Y'all just do follow. And, you know, everybody just kind of work together.
Yeah.
And you see how it works together. That's all. It's really that simple to me. I mean, I've been on some sets where, you know, it just flows together because everybody's a professional. And that's what was on this set. Everybody was a professional. We know how to work together. And that's what happens. I mean, different personalities come to set for sure, because everybody's different as a human being. But when it comes to coming to portraying the character, when someone says action, then you go for it and you get your work done. So that's what the job is, get the work done as an actor.
Yeah. I remember being the first person I met on Wake Up was Isaac. And I had seen Isaac in like a bunch of stuff, right? And so he's like the first like guy that I work with who was like a star in my eyes, right? So I'm like, I want to talk to him, but like I wonder, is he gonna be cool? Like, I don't, so I'm talking to him or whatever. And I mean, as you can see, the man's just like all down to earth, like telling me more about the business a little bit. And it was cool that we got to like chop it up. And that was right before my first scene. So I remember being like, I belong. This is cool. Like, I'm good, because I was super nervous and my first movie, so thank you, Isaac, for, being that warming mat for me, man.
Well, thank you. I mean, I just being me, but yeah, thank you.
Exactly.
Another $20.
Yeah. Racking up the total. Hey, I want to ask you guys about promotion and kind of what the experience has been like promoting this project. But real quick, I do have one question, right? I want to go around. Give me your one word, right? If you had to summarize in one word your first thought after you got a chance to actually view this thing, once you got, out of that headspace and living that for a while, you got a chance to step back, you got a chance to, actually take a viewing of it. What was the one word that came to mind? No one wants to leave this one off, huh?
Well,
I can't leave because I saw it so many times.
Okay.
My first time, for sure, I was like, with all the characters and stuff, one word I would say, mesmerized. Yeah.
Okay. It's a good word.
It's weird because mine is not a word, it's more of a name.
Okay.
And every time I just keep saying, keep saying Janet. That's what I kept thinking. I was just making sure, I was hoping that Janet was happy. That's really what I wanted to make sure that what I did made her happy. That's what I think about when I see the movie, because I know how much she had been. I mean, this wasn't like something that came overnight. This is something she'd been working on for more than a decade. So I knew this.
Yeah.
So I just keep thinking Janet whenever I think about the movie. Seriously, that's what I think. Janet's the first word I think about. Really, so I want to make sure she was happy.
Yeah, and that's a compliment. What about you, Chasney?
Well, honestly, I don't even have one word. I just have one sentence.
Okay.
If I had a word, it would be speechless. But really, what I was thinking was just like, wow, look how it all came together. Like all those days on set, we was in the cold. We didn't know how we was looking when we were crying. We didn't know how we would look when we was flying down the stairs or fighting or, so it was just like, wow, look how it all came together.
Good stuff. Good stuff. And it sounds like it all goes back to you guys as leader, you, Janet. You guys talk to me about what's the promotion been like. Obviously, you guys are going around getting the word out about this tremendous project that you guys put together. What has the promotional experience been like so far?
Well, I'll say since like I've been posting it, all my friends and even my pastors, they call me, hey, what's that one movie you on? What's it called? Wake up. Man, I gotta see that. When is it coming? And it's great just seeing how people engage, and how excited they get to see, something that a bunch of talented people, just all came together and worked on. So it's great seeing how people engage and just like are excited. It's cool.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What about the rest of you guys? What has this promotional experience been like?
Well, I was happy to hear that, it's really being received well, that a lot of different venues they've had to play in. There's various film festivals gone to. I mean, even O'Shea got Best Actor, didn't he, for one of them? So, I'm just glad that it's being noticed and people are seeing that there's some quality work that's in there. So I'm just happy that way. And the people that have seen that know me, that have seen it, they seem to have really great praise for it also. So.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, and the fact that it got Best Feature at one of the film festivals, it was like yes, like I'm. Somebody else had told me actually that Janet had been working on this for like 8 years or something like that, and I was like, what? For real? So when it gets those accolades and things like that, it's like she's on the right path, because I couldn't imagine, like working dang near a decade on something, and then we had the COVID thing, so we had to stop, had to shut down for a while, and then pick back up, and everything was clear, and that can be so stressful, like for me, it was just like, okay, break, I'm gonna go back to Memphis, have a good Thanksgiving, but I bet for her and that team, it was like, oh my God, and they trying to be all cool and, about it, man, I know they was stressing I bet they were stressing, so
yeah.
I'm glad it came out the way that it did, and promoting it. People, they're engaging. I'm bad about that. I'm bad about look at me, guys. Look at us. You guys want to come see this? And I'm getting. That's one of my trials. I'm getting better, trying to get better at promoting it without feeling cringy or without feeling like, I don't like that. So I'm trying to work on that, and
feeling like what again?
I'm grateful that we did a couple film festivals. We haven't done very many because we wanted to, we took it around the country for National Trafficking Awareness Month, and we just did one-off events to try and engage audiences. And we, from that, got so much press and excitement about it. We decided to, we had won a film festival, Best Picture, Best Actor, where O'Shea got the Best Actor. And we also got invited to the Sedona International, where we got Most Impactful Film, which was encouraging. But I wanted to actually reach a broader audience. And in order to do that without major stars and without major, studios behind, we decided to do promoting it in a way where we would actually reach Hollywood. And so we did a big premiere at the Directors Guild of America, nearly sold out their 600-seat theater, had the big red carpet, had some Oscar winners that were there, a guy that won for songs. Alan Rich Dennis came up to me and said, you got to go for this. I won an Oscar before, you got to keep going. And so we are an Oscar contender right now, which is amazing. We're having another 4-year consideration screening this coming Sunday for Academy voters. We're met an NAACP award voter, and he said, you got to have this in there. And so we are part of that as well. O'Shea's up for a breakout artist because it's his big first feature film, and he did an amazing job. We're up for best indie feature with that. And then we're also up with the Golden Globes through the Hollywood Foreign Press. An amazing woman named Taiji Charity, who has an organization called Kids in the Spotlight, which is foster kids creating content of their own. And a lot of the industry gets behind these kids, A-list producers, directors, and actors who help these kids make projects about their own lives. And Taiji saw the movie and she said, oh my gosh, you know, you've got to get this out there with the Golden Globes. And so through that, we're going for the Oscars, we're going for the Golden Globes, we're going for the NAACP, but what we're really trying to do is reach a global audience. And if someone like Sandra Bullock, who actually fostered and adopted, got excited about our film, that's where we can reach the global audience in a different way. So we are an Oscar contender. They vote the 12th through the 15th of December. And so we just are going to go for it. We've got this, we are going for it. We have it up on their Academy platforms. And so we have an incredible publicist right now, Kathy Hood, with Pristine, and she is helping us. So that's what we're doing. And with wonderful people like you that are giving us the opportunity to have people hear about us, we're just really grateful for every press opportunity we get, because that's where it's at, right? Being able to get it out there for the public to see and hear about it.
Yes. And you said that y'all doing voting between the 12th and the 15th. Do you have that site, or can you shout it out so we can go and vote?
Well, the only people that can vote for that are the Academy Motion Picture Arts and Science, because it's on their platform. So all the Oscar contenders, they're voted for by them, or Hollywood Foreign Press, they can vote for us as for the Golden Globes, or anyone that's with the NAACP, those voting people. This isn't one where just the general public can vote. However, anybody can go onto our IMDb. We are Wake Up Movie 2022, or you can go to our website, officialwakeupmovie.com, go to Rotten Tomatoes if you've seen our film, and vote for us, because that really matters when people see how great it is. But if people go to our website, they'll be able to follow us and see when we're going to be in theaters and when we're getting distributed, how we're going to be out there. So that would be fantastic. Excuse me.
Okay. All right.
Good news. I feel like that news is so good. I feel like we just need to take a moment of silence.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Miss Janet.
Well, okay, you guys, and when Isaac said, you know, I just hope, Jan, I am so over the moon that we got to make the film. I'm really proud of these people that worked on it. Everybody, it's really a wonderful collaborative, a whole community got together to make this film. You cannot make a movie as one person. So as much as it's been in my heart, and I got the privilege of writing it, directing it, producing it, and acting it, it really was a privilege. It was a joy. Had so much fun, had fun on set, have had fun most of the time. Getting shut down for COVID wasn't one of my fun moments, but everybody stayed healthy. We didn't have any major things. And I just am grateful, because I feel like a community came behind to make this, and we have made impacts. I've had people in the theaters that had been trafficked. We had a screening, we did a 4-wall in Agora Hills, we got extended. So we had a theatrical release, which means you have 3 screenings 7 days a week, you know, 3 screenings a day. And we got extended because we had the biggest box office. And people came. It was just filled, and we got extended 2 weeks. And one girl came out and said, I'm being trafficked. And I was able to call right then and there, because I happened to be at the theater, and get her connected with Forever Found, which is one of our organization's reach team, and they are helping her. So it's like, wow, that happened in the theater. And when I took it around the country, people who'd been trafficked or kids that were in foster care asked me if I would do their stories. And so we're working on a television show spin-off of this, using the same characters that we had in the movie, but also being able to tell more of the stories we weren't able to tell in the feature. And so we're just hoping that this is going to catch fire, that people will be helped by this film. It's my dream is that it would really hit everyone. Because we told stories from different perspectives, like Crash, where you see how the lives intersect and impact each other. So I've had people that have come out who've really been struggling because they actually bought people for their own sexual gratification and feel bad about it and were wanting help. So they see my film and they see themselves in it, and they want to get help so that they'll be on the side of protecting kids, not hurting kids. And then you've got people in there that are parents going, oh my gosh, I now know how to help. And we've got Rachel C. Thomas, who's on the United States Advisory Board for Human Trafficking. She and I were invited by we were invited by Congress to go do a screening there. Congressman Michael McCall hosted it, and we played it on Capitol Hill. And she's on the advisory board making change, and she's on our website also with materials for training people. So we just want people to see the film, be entertained, but then to maybe get involved however they feel led. You know, I've been mentoring a girl who's been trafficked. That's such a gift to me. And I fostered a child that's a total gift to me. I mean, as a foster mom, I gave birth to 3, I fostered 1, it's all the same. So I highly recommend fostering. It is unbelievable gift to a person to do that. So these are the things I'm hoping the movie will inspire. People are going to want to get involved in these ways. We just make our world a better place. We'll be protectors, not predators, as human beings. That's my big charge to the world.
Gotcha. So let me ask you guys before I think CC takes us into our final stages here. If your character was giving one message out, what would that be? I want to kind of go around with that, because obviously this, you know, there's a lot of causes, and also you're trying to entertain at the same time, and you guys have actually lived in those shoes for a while. So if your character is actually giving one message out, what would it be?
Well, I'll say, be careful. No matter how much you want to be loved or how desperate you are, or you want to make friends, or you think he cute, you know, be careful, because, you know, people, they'll act like, oh, they think you so cute, or you so talented, or you so cool to be around. But really they have like an agenda in the back of their mind, wrong intentions and everything, ready to snatch you up or put you through sex trafficking and sell you. So just be careful and don't let your emotions get the best of you.
All right. Some sound wisdom.
Yes. Who else?
Well, for me, I mean, it would just be, from my character's point of view, being a detective, it would seriously be the title of the movie. Just if you're a lawbreaker, just wake up, look around and see what you're doing, how you're hurting other people. If you have any kind of morality at all, wake up, stop doing what you're doing. And also, if you're an innocent girl or guy who just wants to be accepted, wake up, look around, because, hey, there's a lot of nefarious things going on in this world. And you got to be very vigilant about taking care of yourself and being smart about some of the people you're getting involved with. So it's all around, just come on. Just wake up and do the right thing, everybody. And the world will be a better place if everybody did that.
All right.
Well said. For my character, I think the overlying message would be the hate that you give fails us all. I remember Tupac used to say that. And I feel like with my character, he had a lot of unfaced traumas that he didn't face, you know, with his dad and with his mom. Right. So if you don't face those traumas head on, you know, those traumas will overcome you. Those traumas will overtake you, and you'll see yourself becoming somebody that you're not, or somebody that you never thought that you would be. So yeah, just therapy. You got to face those traumas. You know, you don't want to live to see yourself become a villain. So.
And Annie would be fight. Just keep going. Hope and fight.
Gotcha.
Okay. Well, usually we're at the end of our interviews, we like to ask one fun fact question to each. We just give one question apiece to y'all. So, yeah, let's get it. So mine, I'm gonna make it kind of simple. If y'all could go on vacation, since y'all had all this going on, if y'all could go on vacation right now, where would you choose to go, and why did you choose that place?
Africa. I've always want to go back to Africa.
What part though? It's a big continent.
Yeah, it is.
I see that. Well, we are Nigerian, so I would love to go.
Okay.
I would love to go back. I just found out I was Nigerian, so you know, getting my roots back to my roots. You know what I'm saying? It was exciting finding out, because a lot of Black folks, a lot of us don't know. You know, they're like, "Oh, where are you from? Oh, what are you? Oh, I'm Black." Well, yeah, but like, you know, and we don't know that part. You know, we a lot of Black, we had to strip from us. So getting back to my roots and going back to Africa, Nigeria.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
I'll probably go to Jerusalem. That's been on my mind like yesterday. Because I don't know, my grandma, she want to go. So if she doesn't get a chance to go, I'll go. It's like a very, you know, spiritual place. You know, so yeah.
Yasser?
I'd go to Greece.
Ooh.
I want to go to Greece, one, because I hear the food is great, but also I like archaeology. So one of my favorite cities I've ever been to is Rome so far, but I want to go to Greece because a lot of origins are there, and I want to go see it in person. That's why I would have got to go to Greece. Yeah. Plus, I like to eat, and there's some good food over there that's really healthy. So yeah, and I love.
I ain't never even left the country. So man, that sounds amazing.
I used to live in Germany, as you all know, or maybe you don't know. I used to live in Europe, so that was great. So I've been all over Europe, and I want to go to more parts of Europe and then the Asia too. I haven't seen Asia yet, so yeah. But Greece is the first one on the list right now.
Okay.
Man, I love all those places. I think Jerusalem's on my bucket list too, and Africa. But I want to go someplace with my husband alone, wherever that would be, wherever he would like to go, because that man has sacrificed so much. So I want to go wherever my husband wants to go for a week alone.
Gotcha. Some good answers. Some good answers.
Where would you be?
Yeah, where would you go?
Me?
Yeah.
Egypt. I want to go to Egypt. That's definitely you know, my top 2 on my bucket list right now.
Cairo.
What about you, CC?
Oh, I want to go to Hawaii.
Oh yeah.
I want to go to Hawaii. I love the water. I love beaches, and I wanted to go to Hawaii.
Good stuff.
Gotta do that.
Awesome.
So let me take you guys in a little bit of a different direction to close us out here. If your character can only eat one food, what would it be?
Not a meal, just one food.
Just one food. Just
One
one food.
food.
What
I'll
is
go
it?
first. I say chocolate, because chocolate's good for everything.
Okay.
Woo!
Your character have the energy to keep it moving.
Right.
Okay. What you got, O'Shea? You seem like you had something.
Well, in real life, I'm allergic to tilapia, right? But so my character, like last time I had it, I was like almost hospitalized. You know, it was real bad for me. So I would just guess my character would be the opposite, and he would love tilapia. Like I don't know.
Really for real.
Okay.
I don't know.
Did she say already?
No,
ahead,
she's in deep thought about it currently.
Okay, well,
Deep thought about the food she.
I'd have to have some type. It'd have to be some type of protein source. So, I know my favorite meal is Alaskan king crab leg. I love that. So yeah.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that.
Lamb though, I like lamb too. It's nice lean meat, but it's good amount of proteins in there too. Yeah. But I need my vegetables also, man. Just one food.
Hey, in this universe,
making
that's
me
all
hungry.
you get.
Y'all making me hungry, man.
Right.
All right, so all the options are fitting so far. 3 out of 4, I can definitely see. We're just waiting on number 4.
This is the hardest question for Chaz, and she's like, I really don't know.
So much I like to eat, but we got to think about Nevaeh. Okay. I like, she'll like spaghetti.
Okay.
With a lot of cheese on top.
I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, no, definitely. It seems like you guys, again, did a tremendous job of getting into the headspace of your characters. Definitely look forward, because I didn't get a chance to watch the entire thing, obviously, but I want to get a chance to really dive in and kind of see the totality of what you guys did, because the pieces that I saw, again, they were so emotionally intense. and yet so driven and purposeful, it seemed like, towards a message. So definitely we're wishing you guys much success on the project, man. A bunch of dope individuals came together, and it's a beautiful thing that you guys created.
We appreciate you, man. Real
Yeah.
talk. We appreciate you.
Yeah. And the message is definitely needed.
Cece, real quick, are you from the South? Where you from?
I'm from DC, but I'm here in Atlanta.
Okay, yeah, I was kind of hearing an accent. I used to live in Atlanta, so I was just curious. Okay.
Can y'all shout out y'all social medias for us before we get off?
Janet Craig Act, at Janet Craig Act for Instagram, but officialwakeupmovie.com is where we'd love everybody to go.
Yes. Go there.
Yeah, just go to, yes, go to Wake Up. Yeah, just go to that.
Okay.
Well,
Shout
my
out
my Instagram is just Chasney Houston, CHASNIE, Houston, like Texas. So just find me there.
Oh.
And I'm Isaac Singleton Jr. and it's spelled ISAAC. So many people with 2 S's instead of 2 A's. Isaac Singleton Jr. at Instagram.
Yeah. My Instagram is just O'Shea Neal. OSHAYNEAL. O'Shea Neal.
Good stuff, man. Go support, man. You guys are dope. Definitely looking for this project to be a success as you guys continue to move it along, as well as future things, man. You guys got some new fans over here.
Yes, I will.
Yay.
Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
And I definitely want to say thanks for interviewing with us today. It was a pleasure to get to know y'all and a little bit about y'all film and the journey and y'all being actors. And like Theo said, y'all gained a fan with us. So love the film and continue to be the best that you could be. And we look forward to 2023 and everything y'all have going on.
Where can we follow you guys? Is it at where it begins, right?
Yeah, where it begins in I'm Audible.
Okay.
Cool.
Real quick, I just want to say thank you, Miss Janet, because we wouldn't even be here without you. Just thank you for the opportunity again. Can't thank you enough, because you're going a long way, real far. I can see where you're about to be. So just thank you.
Absolutely.
I love my cats. I'll be spending you money, okay, Chasney?
And that's it.
I want to say a big thank you for having me on.
Yeah. Thank you for having us on. You know, it's nice to talk about the experience. So.
Good stuff, man. Again, much success, and thank you guys for taking time out to talk with us, man. This was dope.
Thank you guys so much. And thank you, wonderful actors.
Thanks, Janet.
See you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
All right. Y'all have a blessed day.
You too.
You too.
Bye.
Y'all too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.